And just so everybody knows, Nick and I don't talk about what goes on here, so we kind of keep that separate. I kind of heard that it's subtle, but I just wanted to be clear and make sure everything was straight on my end.
Thank you.
But these are very raw, but it does follow the minutes.
Felix Hernandez?
My comment starts with a question to the board real quick. Has anyone contacted the park in regards to the $500 that were requested 2011, 2012 fiscal year?
Point of order, we cannot, this is public comment, we cannot respond to public comment.
Well, going with that, I agree with what Linda McGuire just said. Fiscal year 2011, 2012, when kids flew across the street, karate classes requested $500. They did that through our community members, and unfortunately, we're in fiscal year 2013, 2014. They still have not received that funding. It's a shame that this board takes our kids for granted. We're fighting for the 7 and 10. We're fighting for the hill here with this new project. There's so many things going on in the community, but the easiest things like our kids that should be above everything, no matter what, are being ignored. They're being ignored. They're being ignored by this board, and there's a lot of people here who are my friends, but I'm disappointed with you right now. I really am. From the bottom of my heart, I'm going to ask you just this one last time, because I've been doing it for over a year now. Help these kids out. Do not ignore the kids from your community. And if you do that, that's a shame. And you guys are my friends. Most of you guys are my friends on a personal level, and I'm really disappointed with this. So thank you very much.
Anybody else have a public comment card? These are the last three I have. Javier Estrada, Manny Gallegos, and Nick Rodriguez.
Good evening, board. You guys know me. Several years ago, you guys are now having kind of problems with archiving and trying to keep records of what was said, when it was said, who said it. I'm here to offer my services again as recording the meeting, its minutes, would be the archive, where you go back and see exactly what the person said, when they said it, exactly the tone of voice, also the general speaking as persons here at this podium would discuss, and or any other officials come up and whatever they said too as well. I'm giving my services to you at the same price as it was in the past. I can talk to you later about that, and I would like to help my community out here. I bring down the price of comparative prices compared to any other comparable audio company that would do the same. The general public would be able to hear everything that is being said during the actual event. Sometimes everybody's going, what did he say? What was that he said? As it's going on, I could give you a much better general meeting experience in that machine.
Manny Gallegos?
Hi everybody, I'm the board of coming out. I'm Manny Gallegos, I'm property owner of 4635 Avenue Boulevard, which is an old gas station, Nachos Tires over on Valley, in between what's now Maria and Taco, and with the lunch trucks parked right around that area. I'm trying to build a car wash, provide jobs for the community. I've been working on this for several years, and I've been running into continuous problems with building and safety. I requested help from the Councilman's office for that. I was shooting myself in the foot as, of course, being a city agency, they're, they're speaking to their people and, have done certain things to delay my project even further. I just want to let everybody know I'm taking this issue to the board, the building and safety board next week, and they will decide whether the water clarifier that was installed by myself is legal or not, even though it's been ratified and approved several times by their inspectors. And so I might come back here and just to the board or the community themselves, in case they don't approve this. Like I said, my only intent is to try to provide jobs for the community. My family has had businesses in the community for a long time. My father, the late Manuel Rojas, has provided jobs for a lot of people in the community. And I wanted to continue that legacy. Unfortunately, like I said, I ran into all kinds of problems because I am a builder-owner. Owner-builder, I'm sorry. And, LA City Building and Safety doesn't like it, so anyway, so I might come back, so I can, yes. Yes.
How long have you been doing this on?
I've been trying to get this business, I purchased the property 9 years ago. It took me 2 years to do the remediation, 2 or 3 years, and I've been trying to get a business up and running since, and it's just been continuous headaches with building and safety.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Nick Rodriguez?
One of the members of the Eastside Bike Club. One of the reasons I'm here today is we do a lot of community bike rides and provide different snacks and treats and stuff. Really out of pocket. One of our members actually brought it up today. I've been riding with Eastside Bike Club for about 4 years now. I've been a member with them for about 4 years. I was right there. I'm one of the admins for their Facebook page.
Moving on to our next item.
Madam Chair?
Yes.
May I ask, since those minutes were handed in, there should be enough copies for all board members as well as Mr. Davis, I want a copy of those as well as I think there's something to want the community.
Moving into that, I think we'll start, keep going with the items in order so that we don't, I like to just move forward now. As many of you know, there's bylaw requirements for all.
Are you going to resolution report?
Yes.
Okay. I'd like to have the board entertain a motion. Since we have a large group of people here and unmistakably we know why they're here and we have a quorum, I'd like to make a motion before the board that we take out of order items 8A, 3, and 4 and place those before we take care of any other business. And I'd like the board to consider that and their approval.
Anybody second that motion?
Second enough.
So it was Mike McGuire, seconded by Gonzalez, or by Mustafa. Okay, so we take a vote. Anybody from the, anybody have?
Why? What is the reason?
So this is board members only, so the public cannot discuss this item or provide public comment. So we'll start with Mr. Manzano.
I just have a question. Regarding the motion, I wrote it down to move items out of order. Is that going to be 8A 1 through 4?
No.
1,
Said 3 and
oh, it's 8, 3 and 4. Okay, that's all. Thank you.
yes? All right. This is this. You want to know? Why would move that out?
I want to move it out of order because we have a large group of people here. We've been following any current events. It's unmistakable why the majority of the folks are here. And while we have a quorum, that is an item I think we probably should take into consideration. That's the reason.
No, obviously not. I just think it's a courtesy because there's people here on this issue. We should, since we have a forum, we can move forward what most of the people are probably here for this evening.
Here, we make a motion.
I think this is extremely important issue, and it's very much in order to take it out of order, because as you know, sometimes the agenda doesn't get through, 9 o'clock comes, and everybody's gotta go home. So I think it's very appropriate. I commend Mr. for doing this. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, let's take a vote.
Okay, all in favor of moving item 8A3 and 8A4 out of order, please raise your hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Opposed? Abstention? Okay, Michael and Tammy?
Okay, so we're moving forward to item 8A. This was discussed during the executive committee, of which was chaired by Ms. Manzano. I have actually, and I want to give you some background because I know there's been a lot of discussion in terms of me recusing myself from this item. I have sought legal counsel and after they reviewed the complaint that I currently have with Los Angeles Unified School District and a local charter school, and they found no reason for me to recuse myself. However, due to the fact that there have been board members that have explained their concerns and their reasons, I am going not to recuse myself, but I will be abstaining from the vote tonight. So having said that, I'd like to pass the chair on to Ms. Manzano, or since she's on a timetable, I would like to, if no one has an objection, I'd like to pass on to the check. So,
I'm not passing because I have to leave in 15 minutes, so I don't have enough time to leave the discussion.
okay, let's take the chair.
Sure, no problem.
Okay, you're going.
Let's start by, I guess we have to talk about 8.3 now. And it says here, basically, initiative motion brought forth by LA32 stakeholders that the LA32 NC support the residents' petition to the hearing officer to deny the Bank of America Construction and Development Inc. request for the rezoning of the sites located at 2520, 2668 Eastern Avenue, 2651 Lombardy, Los Angeles, California, 94032, and honor the existing northeast Los Angeles hillside ordinance. Stakeholders of LA32 NC have met the bylaw requirement to place the item on the agenda. That's number one. So, somebody gonna make a motion or?
I have a point of information.
Sure.
If I or any other board member believe this is an improperly agendized item, forget about what the issue is right now. Let's talk about how this got, how it is presented here on the agenda. Is that still, should we talk about that first to see if we should even consider this based on evidence that this is improperly agendized based on our rules under initiatives? Or should we continue with it and then discuss it as we go along? Because it's not correctly agendized. And I want to know if we need to continue with it, or since it's improperly agendized, it becomes void.
First, okay, let me see if I can put this together. It's on the agenda, and I guess the first thing we have to have is a motion. So, being that it's brought up as an initiative, and we'd have to look at the bylaws and maybe have Doug explain to us, since it's the first time that we've ever had an initiative come forward in a petition like this, who presents the motion? And maybe Dunn could explain that to us. Who's supposed to present the motion, and then who gets to second the motion?
What are the cameras?
Yeah, the motion is on the, it's well, the item or the issues on the agenda, as a first step, you're correct, it's asked for someone to move it. So that'll be the person who presents the motion, whoever moves it first, and then a second. If there is a second, then the item now belongs to the board, with the person that moved it first now being, the one who is, in a sense, owning it as if they brought it in. So that basically, yeah, here.
Okay, I have Ruben Chavez has just made a motion,
Second.
and it's been seconded by Tam.
So now the motion is on the table.
The motion is on the table. As a chair, I've got to reread the motion, but maybe they can tell me what the motion is one more time. Mr. Chavez, did you make the motion?
Yes, I would like to have it read, please.
Yeah, you're the one that made the motion.
Yes. Well,
Read it.
okay. Give me a second. That's number 3, correct?
That's correct. That's the first one.
Okay.
First item.
Initiative motion brought forth by the LA32 stakeholders that the LA32 NC support the resident petition to the hearing office to deny the Vancouver Construction and Development Inc. request for the rezoning of the site located at 2520 2668 Eastern Avenue and 2651 Lombardy Boulevard, Los Angeles, California 90032, and honor the existing Northeast Los Angeles Hillside Ordinance. Stakeholders of LA32.
Okay, that's the motion.
Thank you.
That's the motion right there.
Point of order.
Yes, sir.
The presiding officer over the agenda planning meeting was the vice chair who seconded the motion. My contention is this item, forget about it for a moment, the item itself, the issue. It's the structure of how that was done. My contention that it was not correctly agendized, and I will go into that. Is it proper then for the vice chair to second that motion?
I believe that anybody can second the motion. I think that what you're asking is whether or not we followed process. That's correct. So what we need to do, again, this is all brand new, and I don't want to be able to make a mistake for you on either side. So I will go back to Dunn and say, at this point, we need your assistance to clarify as to whether we make the ruling here as to whether it was properly agendized, or do we first discuss the motion and then we can discuss whether or not it was agendized properly? Which way do we go?
There's a motion on the table. We have to discuss the motion.
We need to discuss the motion. Okay, we got that from Dunn. All right. Believe me, folks, it's a lot easier to blame it on somebody else. And we got some public comment cards first, right?
Yes, sir.
Eddie, our secretary, will go ahead and call out your name. And you have how many minutes?
2 minutes.
2 minutes. And if you would please come up here, it's when you're called, and you can go ahead and give your public comment.
Do you want a limit on that?
You said 2 minutes, right? That's fine. How many cards are there?
Tom Williams.
Yes,
Yes, sir.
Right now, the zoning administrator who heard and considered all of the documents basically did the same thing as this initiative and recommended a denial of the permit. What is it made a pre-L elements. One, and that's most critical for me, is the change of the general plan from residential to commercial and residential. The second part is the height limit from the hillside ordinance. And the third part is to adopt the mitigated negative declaration, the CEQA. Primarily, the the general plan amendment is for conversion to commercial land property. The issue there is that in the text that justified this change, they said, oh, this is going to form a transition between the intense commercial development north of Lombardy versus the single-family residential areas to the south, including this area. The problem is, have you ever seen the intense commercial across the street from the school? There are a total of 5 commercial storefronts between Gambier on the north and Lombardy. The transition is already made. There's no commercial over on the west side of the street. So that transition is already made. This is an excellent site for a lot of residential. Myself, I would support the initiative that is to deny the changes and to get on with it and come up with a good residential, residential area.
Thank you, Secretary.
Thank you.
Delia, followed by Luis Sanchez.
I'm a resident on Monroe Avenue, and again, Mr. Benitez, you might come to us and want to work with us, but definitely a new school, elementary to go with the others, not needed. Middle school and high school for one area, maybe you might think about that. We definitely know our homes. We have enough around here. And for the charter school, that is not going to benefit any of the students in the neighborhood at all. And the traffic is ridiculous. Again, you had an invitation to come next week and see what the traffic is.
Luis Sanchez, followed by Carlos Montes.
I get a daily email of the crimes committed in this area, and today I received an email that there were 7 assaults with deadly weapons. Amber Avenue, right near there. Martin and Budell, Lowell, State actually, and then Templeton and Chatham. 8 in the central area. Our community suffers from daily crimes that tend to occur at or near residential apartment buildings. Adding apartments to this lot zoned for single-family residences will increase the population density and negatively impact the neighborhood and lower the property values. Since 1913, the federal government has had a home mortgage tax deduction because home ownership leads to residents having a stake in the neighborhood. More residents with a stake in the neighborhood leads to stronger neighborhoods. Our neighborhood would especially benefit more construction within the current zoning for single-family residences. Also, our local school district has many, I already said it last time, unused funds, bond money, and is already overbuilt. There are many unused classrooms in schools, and the superintendent recently recommended for $500 million from bond funds, which could have gone for new construction, to be used to buy laptop computers or iPads. There is no need for additional school construction. Last point, there's excessive traffic congestion at or near the intersection at this place. There's students going to 3 schools, and it's too much. Thank you.
Followed by Hugo Garcia.
Yes, my name is Carlos Montes, and first of all, the changing commercial status, I wanted to remain residential, Lombardy, in the eastern area, for some of the
reasons already mentioned, this is a good residential community, we say residential, not commercial, create more traffic pollution, but I'm also strongly opposed to the implementation of any new charter. I've been a lifelong advocate supporting public education since the 60s. I was arrested for the East LA 13, the walkout in 1968, when we demanded more public schools. We fought to get more public schools. Charter schools, all they do is take money from our public schools. So we need more money for public funding. We need to lower the classroom size in our public schools. We need to support Sereno Middle School. We need to support Farmdale Elementary School. And charters are private, non-profit corporations that take money away from public schools. Thank you very much.
Hugo Garcia, followed by Jose Aguilar.
I want to thank the board for hearing this motion. Speaking in favor of the motion, I'd like to ask the board to support the motion on both points of general changes to general plan amendment, the zoning changes, the variance involved, and adopting the limited negative declaration. I believe the community needs to continue to support the outside zoning ordinance that we fought for here in Sereno with Elephant Hill. I'm a member of the Elephant Hill Advisory Task Force, and we continue with that project to make high-pro open space and trails in our community up in Elephant Hill. And it's the same thing here. That hillside zoning ordinance was adopted through mainly with the slope of Elephant Hill, and then became a citywide ordinance. So it would be really hypocritical for our community to be the ones to go against the ordinance that we fought for. So I ask that the board respect that, and our council member is part of that to the point made, and full city council adopted that. So I'd like to recommend that the community remain and stand firm. I'd like to thank the Reserve El Sereno group for coming forward and organizing in a very structured way for that project. That's my recommendation.
Aguilar, followed by Angel Melendez.
Okay, August 1st, 2013, the Executive Board meeting, stakeholders presented a petition against the project. This is what Connie and Angela not want to go back to the committee. This was allowed in the bylaws, but when the Executive Board reviewed the document, we found that it did not meet the bylaw requirements that states it must be no more than 50 words. Treasurer Anthony Manzano told the stakeholders that if they made changes to wording on the already signed petition, that he would agree. The stakeholders, with the help of Angela Duarte, proceeded to alter the document, and Tammy announced that according to the bylaws, stakeholder petitions must be put on the agenda, and that the committee does not need to take a vote on the agenda, and the rest is pretty much history. So I want a point of order clarification. If that is the case, if that is correct, that under the bylaws, Hugo, under the bylaws, is it correct that no vote needs to be taken by either the land use committee or the executive committee on the merits of the petition? And it's both directly of the agenda. So I need a clarification, point of order.
First of all, I don't think I support that per se.
Point of order.
I know.
Does
This
it
is
go?
not on the board.
This is
Point of order. No, I'm asking point of order. I can't.
Are you not on the board?
Point of order. Does it need a vote?
Once again.
Hugo, I don't believe you should pay a vote.
I respect.
All right.
Well, I don't want to be rude.
Well, I think there should be some clarification on the bylaws. If it has to be voted on by the executive or land use committee, or simply it's on the agenda without a vote of the land use committee.
Let me kind of clarify something over there. Hold on. Make sure you understand. As I understand our bylaw, you have an ability to put in agreements as a ability to put a grievance on a decision that we make. Okay? Same thing, process, whatever we do. We, the board, can discuss whether or not, and so maybe someone on the board, after listening to what you just said, might bring it up. So that's a distinction. Okay? Thank you.
Thank you, Melendez, followed by Joe Connell.
Good evening, all the points that keep being brought up as far as the conditions of the project, against the project, not a negative, there are plenty. I want to talk about this notification of 500-foot radius. That seems to be a basic point as to what I'm seeing as far as residents not getting their notice. Is there accountability? Is there certification? What proof does the council or the city have that the developer says that they handed out notification to a 500-foot radius? That seems to be a little more important than the bigger issues, because any developer can say, oh, I passed out my flyers, it's their fault for not showing up to the meetings. But meeting after meeting after meeting, I keep hearing residents saying, nobody got notification. I'm talking about people right on the other side of the street, on the back side. And I live at 525 feet. Maybe I didn't get it for that, but I'm right here on Cabot Street at the diamond. I think I should have gotten a notice. As far as that, keep it short and simple. Do not change the rezoning. Thank
you. Joe Connell, followed by Arturo Rodriguez.
Thank you, Council. I'd like you to report the intent of the stakeholders in this project, because it's a very well-known fact that the charter schools are a blight on